Okay. Quote, Stellar Blade is literally killing women, unquote. That's the title. Asmongold TV reporting. Let's find out who said that and in what context. Maybe this isn't as bad as it sounds, but you know what I mean.
Stellar Blade is literally killing women. The IGN France editor-in-chief, so this was after they posted their apology for the Stellar Blade article. He goes into, like, I mean...
Previously, on IGN France, things were happening. Now this. Okay, so this is who's saying this.
Nobody knows what this is, right? So, like, somebody was able to translate it, and we'll listen to what he said. He's having a meltdown. Yeah, he's actually really upset about this.
Whoa.
And he answered, yes, no problem. Go tell that to the women who are hit, killed, and denigrated or commit suicide because they can't live up to the fictional standards.
He sure goes to 150% quick. Let's go back. What is happening here? What in the world is going on?
And he answered, yes, no problem. Go tell that to the women who are hit, killed, and denigrated or commit suicide because they can't live up to the fictional standards expected by men.
What?
The
What?
problem is not the sexy design itself, except that it sucks compared to others. But no, it doesn't. Shut up. No, it doesn't. What do you mean? It's whatever. Okay, anyway, but the percentage of males who will only want this type of fictional body in reality. Obviously, we understand that this does not shock people who think that women are objects and must obey and be beaten.
Okay, so let me get this straight. This person labors under the illusion that if you don't show a certain subset of men, women who aren't all that attractive, they will then go out to hit, kill, and denigrate women. Because the women aren't as pretty as in the video game. You know what? They don't live up to the pixels. Maybe they should have checked out Photoshop and you know, Photoshop with the... I can tell by the pixels this one got chopped. And so maybe they should have familiarized themselves with the concept of the Photoshop. Or, you know, Instagram filters. What in the world?
Oh my god, this guy needs to take his medication. Oh no. Does France have a mental health problem too? Oh god, this design makes us sigh and roll our eyes, and we laugh at anyone who needs it. Man or woman, but that's it. The certainly clashing remark in the text, which targets the creative process, is not necessarily a specific designer or game director. This is obvious to anyone who knows a little French. Only has this impact because a good portion of gamers have become too fragile due to being fed the patriarchy. These writers are completely insane. Okay, so... I mean...
Man, those gamers, see? You know, they keep becoming more needy, it feels like. Just like those artists, right? Like those artists? It's like... almost the same thing. Gamer, artist, we all strive for mastery, no? Right? So it's like,
Obviously, he's butthurt.
Also, low-key kidding on the part where people become increasingly entitled. I think that's a silly line of argument. But I am pretty serious on the gamer and artist crossover. Just saying.
Because they apologized for something you know, like this is his newspaper, right? And they made him take it down. And so he's crying about it, and he's saying that, like, yeah, I'm sure that Stellar Blade is why women are being beaten and killed, okay? Yeah, and committing suicide. Like, listen, you think this isn't a problem for men? Like, there are plenty of guys. Remember we watched that video yesterday with, like, where the fuck was it? I don't know where it is.
Hey,
yeah,
was
this one
ironic?
Here. I mean, a good portion of gamers have become too fragile due to being fed the patriarchy. These writers are completely insane. Okay, so... I mean,
okay, the gamers are being fed the patriarchy. They're too fragile due to being fed the patriarchy. Wait, what? Wait, what?
Obviously, he's butthurt. Here, the social media video. Like, you think that guys don't see this and think that they're a piece of shit too? What's this? Do you think that women have a monopoly on this? Like, oh, wow, well, we can't have unrealistic body standards for women. And by the way...
all the different people have a different proclivity. Again, look at the girls on Instagram and whatnot.
The unrealistic body standard here is being thin and in shape. I mean, she doesn't have massive mega milkers or like a gigantic ass. She's just a hot, fit girl. If you go to a gym, go to a Gold's gym, and you'll probably see 2 or 3 girls that look just like that. You will.
True.
Every fucking gym. So how is it really an unrealistic body standard when the only reason why there's more of them in the gym, more of them in one place than another, is that the one place is Golden Corral,
like
and
just
the other
having
one is
good
the gym.
health, good
What are we
physical
talking
health.
about?
It's actually pretty attractive if you think about it.
Usually filming themselves as well. Yeah, exactly. So if there's nothing wrong with trying to put emphasis on somebody who's like fit and in shape.
So,
like for example,
being
whenever I usually make characters in video
healthy,
games,
which is
I don't
an
make them
inherent
look like
upside,
me because
is it
I
not?
think like, oh, you know, I'm too skinny. I think I'm too skinny in a lot of cases. And, you know, I
Yeah,
probably
get
should
some
work
muscle.
out and
It's
exercise a
good
bit
stuff.
more. Now,
Good
does
for
that mean I
longevity.
hate myself? No, I don't hate myself, but it's like there's things about my
I'm thinking maybe we should
appearance
get
I wish
some
I could change.
weights myself.
I think it's the
I
same
don't
with
know.
everybody, right? Like,
Maybe a bit
the
early,
one
but
thing
hey,
that's crazy to me
seems like
is
never
that
a
there are
wrong time
these
to get
girls,
started
and
with a
these are like
habit,
these
a good
OnlyFans
habit.
girls. I've talked to these girls, and they're like, this girl is an 8, a 9, or in some cases a 10 for some people, right? This girl's really hot, and she's constantly thinking
Yeah, there's
about how
great
ugly
people
she is.
around in terms of
It's
a
like,
lot
are
of
you
things.
fucking
Looks,
stupid?
personality.
Why would people give you
Sarah?
money if you were ugly? Shut the fuck up. Like, what are you talking
And then
about?
you can combine the things.
What are you
too.
thinking this for? So it's not like women have a monopoly on insecurity. There's so many guys that have this problem. Like, this isn't an issue at all. And also, like, the fictional standards, it's not a fictional standard. It's not, like, I understand if you're talking about, like, a,
Yeah, I'll grant that there are different things that different people look for, aspects. Like some people like a good ass and whatnot, and some people focus on other things more. It's like, yeah, so if you're just healthy, you'll probably have access to a very, very broad range of partners, right? Just be healthy, and then you have your differences. But it's just different. It doesn't mean that the people who are different from you don't have the same problems you do, but with different people. It's like different people look for different things. So you'll be fine.
Lady Demestratu, or whatever the fuck her name is, Demistro or whatever, in Resident Evil Village, okay? You have an 8-foot-tall vampire lady with massive fucking titties. This is an unrealistic body image.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Sure.
But the truth is that nobody was complaining about that one. Nobody gave a shit about that.
True.
But why is it that people are getting mad about this? It's crazy. That's the unrealistic one. What's funny is these people in character creator won't make themselves. And
Sometimes I feel like it's just about turning people off from having relationships with the person of the opposite sex and being more than just friends in the process. But you never know.
never seen one posted. Yeah, I don't know. And the problem is not the sexy design itself. The percentage of males who will want this type of fictional body and this does not show. Oh my god.
Yep, the more you look at this sequence of tweets, the more you realize there's something going wrong here in this person's head.
Oh my god. What an idiot. Yeah, why would guys, like, I mean, of course guys would want her. She's hot. What's wrong with that? It's obvious, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, there's some guys that's like, oh, I like other girls that look like another way. But, like, for the guys that like girls that look like that, yeah, it makes sense, right? I mean, what, duh. Like, what is this? They're getting mad instead of at this, Demistro? Because they're mad, they're showing an achievable body in Stellar Blade and
I mean, I will be the first person to point out when people attain beauty at the cost of physical health, right? But so, this is the thing. We're talking about beauty standards that are attainable just by being healthy. And so this is exactly the kind of beauty, quote unquote, that I think we might want a bit more of.
Shape women don't want to admit that. I think there's some cases of that too. But yeah, obviously this guy's having some sort of mental breakdown because people disagree with an article in his on his online internet newspaper. So yeah, I thought this was kind of funny to see.
And
It's just
you know,
wild.
is killing.
Aye, aye.
Stellar Blade is literally killing women.
I do feel big sorry
That
for
is
them.
incredible.
Getting
Wow, who
worked up
listens to
over this
Insane
kind of stuff.
Rambling?
Not
Well,
a good
unfortunately,
time.
some people that
Getting
opened
in
up
the way of people who
IGN,
want to
it
work
was
together
so
with
bad
other
they had to
people for the
apologize for it.
betterment
He was probably mad that his employee was
of
told
the
to
conditions on the
apologize.
ground.
Yeah, I think that's probably why. And you know, this kind of stuff is pretty stupid. And I think most normal people realize how ridiculous this is. They do. They realize how ridiculous this is, and I think that the reason why people will buy or not
suspecting
buy a
each
game
other
like
of
Stellar
being
Blade is going to have
racist,
nothing
sexist,
to
etc.
do
all the
with
time.
how
You don't
hot
want
the
that.
character is. Like, that's one of those things where it's like, this gets you in the door. It maybe gets you interested in the game, but people usually don't purchase games based off of that exclusively. Like, I'm not saying that it doesn't matter. It does matter, and it makes it better if it's a good game.
It's a hook.
If Stellar Blade is a bad game, the character being hot will not save it.
Indeed,
That's my point.
exactly. Like if
I
you're
wish
just
more
looking
people
at
would realize
games,
that.
and hey, games aren't just games, of course. Games are also spaces for fantasy and for all kinds of things. But so you still want to have a good game out there, and then all the other stuff that games are also, it's like the icing on the cake. You can have all kinds of diverse and whatnot games, and you want to have a solid game, not just like some point-and-click adventure. Sorry, guys, who keep giving me free games on Epic Store. I'm not gonna play these. I'll take them. I'm not gonna play them because it's an insult to me to play yet another point-and-click with a vaguely cartoonish aesthetic. Like, please stop making these. It's just, that's not a good pitch. At the very least, just make a visual novel. And yes, you gotta make characters that are pretty. Okay, big deal. I mean, deal with it. But anyway, that can be a lot of things. Like just having character with good health and being somewhat stylized. And like, yeah, like, congratulations. You just made a classic consumer product happen. Wowee. And you know, you do want people to buy and enjoy your thing, right? So maybe important. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the vid. We'll link it below. Do leave him a like, and I hope you leave a like over here too. Rate, comment, share, etc, etc. I hope you have a good one. This cat only wants the best for you. Stay safe out there. May good things be on your way. Meow.